It was the 1990s, a big show in a small town off I-75 in Georgia. They were called the biggest cocks in the henhouse. But things have changed since then. It's been 30 years, and they finally found a home here, like everyone else, doing a podcast. It's Erica and Mark, the phone call podcast thing.
There you go, hitting the bong again. He's always hitting the bong.
I'm just drinking a little water, man. Hey,
I know.
is this Mark? How are you, Mark?
Hey,
Yeah.
did you notice something about me today?
You got some new hair. You know, new glasses. You lost a little weight. You got a floppier ear. You cut the cord. So you are a doctor delivering babies now in your retirement. No? Midwife?
No, something you really look forward to every Thursday.
You got rid of your cable. You cut the cord. No more cable.
Yes, and you love the fact that when I would try to plug my phone in, you could get a bunch of jokes in it.
Yeah, so last week what happened here is I shamed Mark into getting new headphones because every time that he would laugh or do something silly, he would just, like a crazy old man, pop the wire out of his headphones and just be like, "Oh, I'm discombobulated." He looked like a fish on the pier after he jumped off the hook. He's trying to flop back into the water, but you're all right now. You got new headphones.
Yes, and it's weird because I can like move around. I'm not worried about it.
It's like not wearing underwear, isn't it?
Yes, and no, that's even weirder. I wear underwear everywhere.
All right, I'm sorry I brought the underwear thing up.
I wear underwear on my pajamas. I wear underwear with my bathing suit.
What are you, a Mormon? Are these magic underwear? What do you think's going to happen?
We're comfortable with underwear.
All right. Oh, this has gotten off to a weird start.
Is that weird?
If anybody's listening to this for the first time and you made it this far, it's usually like this. I would like to say it's better, but it's not. This is what it is.
So that's weird then.
No, it's fine. You do what you want. It's America. You can do what you want.
Do you wear underwear?
I mean, it's not all the time. No.
Really?
No, it's annoying.
See, I would be one of those people that wore underwear with a kilt. And that's when you're not supposed to.
Yeah, no. If you're wearing underwear with a kilt, you're just wearing a skirt. That's not how it works. It's not a kilt unless you're freeballing it down there, buddy.
Oh, that's what makes it okay. It's not the actual plaid.
No, it's the fact it's like, yeah, we all know what you're wearing under there, with your shillelagh.
We were watching something on TV, and everybody was wearing a kilt, and somebody walked up and looked underneath, and they got surprised. And my wife had no idea what that was, and she's like, "Why did he do that?" I said, "Well, that's because you're not supposed to wear underwear when you're wearing a kilt." And she's like, "Really?"
Oh, I just had to mute my microphone. I was choking. I was choking when you said that.
I saw that.
I need some more water.
I think you're waterboarding yourself.
Okay, I'm better now. That really hurt me.
All right, enough of the underwear talk.
Okay, thanks. What do you want to talk about now?
Well, one thing real quick. It's not a great thing, but I saw her picture and I freaked out.
Her who?
If you remember, if you listen to any of our other podcasts, we've talked about our friend Sylvia Brown.
Oh, this psychic Sylvia. Oh, I love Sylvia Brown.
Sylvia Brown was around when
Jenny Jones was around. Yeah.
Was having a TV show and smoking a lot of weed with.
You can't prove that. That is all alleged.
And Kamala Harris.
He was banging Kamala Harris then?
Yeah, that was, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
There's a stud picture of her and him walking together. He is such a pimp daddy. He's got her on one arm and a hotter one on the right.
No way.
Yes. Walking across the red carpet thing.
Wow.
He had mad game.
I don't know that, no.
You don't think he did?
I don't know, man. I guess.
Some brother.
He's
very handsome.
He's very smooth, yes.
Bald and smooth.
Did he have money?
I think he made a couple of bucks on that
There you go then. Yes, smooth.
because he was Maury before Maury was Maury. That's when Maury
Oh,
was actually like trying to handle real politics. Like,
Maury Povich was so fun to watch. Who was more fun to watch, Maury Povich or Jenny Jones or Morton Downey Jr.?
oh boy. Okay. In order,
Yeah.
Morton Downey Jr.
Least favorite?
favorite.
Favorite. Yeah, he had all the weirdos, man.
Montel and then Jenny Jones.
Montel was a little too serious.
Jenny Jones was a polished Ricky Lake.
I think that's going to be the title of my biography. Jenny Jones was a polished Ricky Lake.
Hey, you know what? That could be a good band name.
That's-
Polished Ricky Lake.
Polished Ricky Lake. Yeah, I'm going to add that to the list.
Yeah, please don't give me credit for it.
I will. We haven't visited the band names for a while, have we? You know what?
No.
Since we're talking about it, here we got some new ones here. A Thief of Joy. That's a good one. Bible Kiss Bible. I don't know what that means. I didn't write that one. Metallica Bagels. Chemical Pregnancy. Itchy Tumor. Oh, that's a good one.
I love that one.
How about False Bogey? Yeah. Fuzzy Piano. Comparative Genocide. Who's that? This is Taylor, isn't it? Yeah, this is Taylor.
Someone's got a little sick mind there.
Oh, here's one of mine from a YouTube channel I watch. The Shadow Bastards.
Wow.
You like that one?
Kind of like that.
Yeah,
one.
so there's this guy I watch, Casper Sight, who's a British guy.
Oh,
He does reaction videos, and he's always seeing these doing videos of people who see these shadow people. And he freaks out as soon as he's like, "Oh, look at you, you shadow bastard!" So funny. You got to watch. What are you scared of? You're scared it's going to come out of your
You were
TV?
afraid of it. It freaked you out for like a whole 2 months.
I'm still afraid of it, but I'm better with watching it now.
Well, you watch it at daytime, right?
Not always, no. Sometimes I'll watch it at night and I'll have to call my daughter and say, "Hey, honey, are you still awake?"
You want to talk to me and give me some rainbowy thoughts?
That's what she says. She's like, "You need to watch something rainbowy. What are you doing? Don't watch that shit this late at night." I know, but there was nothing
that, by the
on.
way, in this household.
Rainbowy.
Rainbowy.
Love that was my daughter's favorite word when she was little. We'd watch something scary. I need to watch something rainbowy after that.
I always ask my wife, I say, after something that's a little heavy, I go, should we watch the rainbow now? Yes.
Yes, rainbowy show. I know not to do that to myself too, and I still do it.
So unbelievably wrong for us, although we ran her into the ground, but Sylvia Brown is noted as the number one fake psychic.
Number one. So she
made a list.
Super fake.
But I don't know. Well, here's what they nailed her for.
Cold reading people.
Told her mother one time of a missing girl by the name of Amanda Berry
Mm-hmm.
that her daughter was dead.
Mm-hmm.
Don't bother looking anymore. The mother herself died 2 years later, which was 7 years before her daughter was actually found alive.
So the mother was just hiding from her, or the daughter's just hiding from her mother.
Yeah, waiting for the dying.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
And make sure she was dead.
Well, that's unfortunate.
I felt that way about my parents before.
Oh, that's sad,
Didn't
Mark. No, I love my parents.
Oh, I did too. But when you're 13 and they take something away from you, your whole world comes to an end.
I mean, I'm sure I was pissed at my parents plenty of times, but I never wanted them to be dead. And now they are.
Like I wanted them dead, but you say, I wish I didn't have parents. Or
no, I don't think I ever said that. My parents gave me a lot of stuff. I'm one of those few people that when people bitch and moan about their childhood, I'm like, yeah, I really can't relate because I had a dirt bike and lived in the country. Things were good.
Well, I complained about my parents, but after that, working on my 12 steps, I found that almost everything that I thought was so horrible that was done to me was basically called discipline.
Bro. It's funny how the years can clear your perspective, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so you mean get up and go to school isn't abuse?
Now, get up and go to church every Sunday. That was abuse. I had to deal with that for a long time. Oh. Yeah.
Put a helmet on when you're riding that motorcycle.
Need no helmet. Yeah, I'm sure I got bitched at for many things.
But yeah, I was really surprised she wasn't she, what was she did with us? She did readings on people, right?
Yeah, she was just cold reading people on the phone. That's all she was doing.
So it wasn't real then.
No, I
What
know.
did they
No,
get?
I knew she was fake when she was no. She was a really good cold reader.
Well, what do you think about the what do you think about what we ran into at that 1814 house or whatever that was?
Oh, the 1842 inn.
Yeah, 1842.
No, I think all that was real. Shadow bastards. You saw one over by that clock.
I know.
Yeah.
No, so anybody would have seen it. She wasn't
Right. No, she wasn't there to, show you that. No. You saw that on your own. Shadow bastard.
I know.
Yeah, it was looking at you. Probably followed you.
That was
No, you probably got it. It's still with you.
No.
What's that behind you? I just saw somebody behind you. Is your wife in there? I can see Mark on camera, so I can see the.
Hey, I was raised a Catholic boy, and guess what I inherited when my mom passed away?
Well, there's a lot of jokes there. I'm not going to make. But what?
A couple of crucifixes, and you know how you slide. You ever see the Catholics? You slide it up. And there's some candles and some holy water inside it.
Well, you keeping weed in there?
No. I got the candles and holy water.
Yeah. Okay. So
They come in
before
my
though,
house, they're going right back out.
scared of a candle and some holy water. That's a good place to hide weed.
Well, I wish I would have known that back then.
I can't believe you didn't think of it.
No, I was too busy just putting it in my closet.
Too scared of the wrath of Jesus?
No.
No. You got to look at it like this. Jesus made weed. He wants you to have that weed. It's from the earth. It's nature.
Or mushrooms. I don't think that's a good idea.
I don't know if that's the worst idea. It depends on where you are. If you got nowhere to be, just don't take too many. Be prepared to throw up or shit yourself, whichever one you're going to do. Never understood that, man. People who it's like, all that's going to do is make you sick and make you shit yourself or throw up. Where's the attraction in doing that all the time?
Well, every time I had trouble with drugs, what I would do is think to myself, well, let's see, weed. I laugh a lot and
Eat everything in the house and go to bed.
Do anything else?
Yeah, right.
And I eat, what was those things? Cheese doodles.
Oh, those are
I
good.
can do all three of those on my own.
Those are good. Yeah, but you wouldn't be high. I don't know.
The middleman.
I mean, it's like listening to Pink Floyd. It is a little better if you're stoned.
I don't know. It used to freak me out, that stuff.
Yeah. You didn't ever do any mushrooms and listen to Pink Floyd?
No.
No, me neither. Same.
No, matter of fact, somebody tried to get me to drink a tea made with much, and I said, nah, I had this thing about hallucinogenics that I felt like if once you got on them one time, you were going to live underneath a bridge.
Well, okay, so here's how not afraid of it I am in my old age. My sister and I have been talking about this for a while, and I have an opportunity to attend a ayahuasca retreat. Are you familiar with ayahuasca?
No, not at all. What is that?
Google it.
No, I don't want to.
It doesn't have anything to do with a ghost. It's just, it's what we're talking about. It's AYUHAUSCA, I think.
And where do they have this?
Well, it's
secret. No.
So normally you're supposed to go to South America because it's derived from, let's say, native to South America plants, mushrooms, and a shaman does the mixture. It's all natural. And you go through a little ceremony where everybody gets calm, and you're in a room with a bunch of people. You have a spotter with you usually, and only one of you is going to do it. And the shaman administers the drink to you, and you go on your little trip.
This is where what's her name went, right? What's the name?
Robin Quivers,
hot girl that married Machine Gun Kelly.
I have no idea.
She was really hot. She was in the first Transformer.
Oh, Megan Fox or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of people have done
this. They're
this.
interested. No, I'm not going to.
No, I have friends who've done this too, and they've all said the same thing. They're like, It's a little weird the first time, but if you're open to it, and if you're not on any kind of psychological, medication, like any kind of mood enhancers, if you're not taking antidepressants or lithium or whatever, then if you think you're a candidate for, if you're taking any kind of those medicines, though, you're going to have a bad time. So you have to get off of everything. But I don't have to worry about that because I'm not on anything. So.
No.
And it's something that I've been thinking about doing for years, and I've done a lot of research and talked to people who've done it. I know people that have done it. That's how I found out about this place, and I want to do it. And my sister wants to do it too, but I think I'm going to be the one who goes first, and she's going to spot me. And it doesn't last all that long. It'll last
You need
for
a babysitter.
That's kind of what it is. Yeah. Just in case, you throw up or something else happens, you have somebody there to help you out.
Right.
And to just kind of be there with you. If, something weird happens, you have somebody who can take care of you. You don't just go by yourself. And it doesn't last very long.
That you don't do it.
Yeah. Okay. So says AA part of you, Mark. What about AA adventurous asshole, Mark? What about that guy? What about that AA guy? No? Still no? You wouldn't do this in your younger age?
No. I had, believe it or not, I have lines and all my weirdness and pervertedness and drugs and everything else. I have a line and I won't cross it.
And that line is?
The line stops at hallucinogenics.
Okay. What about Ouija boards? How you feel about those?
Nope.
No.
Actually, it's scary. My line stops at Casper the Friendly Ghost cartoon.
Did you ever think about the history of Casper the Friendly Ghost? Like, who was he before? Is there a grave? Is there a headstone somewhere that says Casper the Friendly Boy?
Oh, wait a minute. I've also been to the haunted mansion at Disney.
Oh, yeah. That's real scary.
That's why I stopped. That's it. And to be honest with you, the first time I went, when I was in like 6th or 7th grade, we were going up the thing, and you're waiting, and there's all these grave sites and stuff, and there's a lot of howling and thunders.
Yes,
and all that. I was scared to death.
I tortured my daughter with that when she was probably 6 or 7. We were at Disney and was trying to tell her that I was like, hey, this is all real.
It's going to get worse.
Hey, this is all real. So, but as long as you stay with me, you're safe. And she's looking at me like, I was all convinced the whole thing was real. She still resents me to this day for that. She remembers it too. I don't blame her. So no on the ayahuasca for you.
No. And I'm even prepared by wearing underwear wherever I go.
I'm worried about shitting myself. Might not wear underwear to that.
Erica and Mark. The phone call.
Okay, so I ran across this weird thing on the TikTok thing.
You have TikTok?
No, I do not have TikTok,
okay.
But it just shows up on my Facebook sometimes
on
Reels. And I saw this person talking about this, and I thought they were crazy. So I Googled it. And I found out it's true, and there's actually proven data that they've worked on, that they found out what month, if you're born in this month or you have a baby in this month, the chances are overwhelming that it's going to be beautiful.
Good looking baby, huh?
Good looking baby.
Now, are there certain days of the month, or is it just a random month?
No, they're just going by month.
Okay.
And what they did was they took birth months of movie stars, and that's how they.
Oh, they put it in the computer, and the computer figured it out. All right. Oh, so, today's my mother's 85th birthday. If she'd been alive. Oh,
85.
She'd be 80. I just dawned on me right now.
Wow.
I know. Her first birthday. This is the first time I didn't get her anything for her birthday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
This is her first.
Yeah, she's been gone 6 months now.
How about that?
I know. You know what she'd say if she were here right now?
Why are you messing around with that boy and get off that podcast thing?
No, she'd be like, don't you do that ayahuasca. I'll just see you there in your trip and fuck with you. That's what she would say. Sorry, let's go back to the months of where the pretty people are.
So what would you, just make a wild guess?
November, because everybody is born in goddamn November, because Everybody's a Scorpio because people who don't have any kind of creativity in their life, they all have sex on Valentine's Day. And guess what's 9 months after Valentine's Day? November 14th.
Interesting.
Am I right?
Actually, there's more than just Scorpios, though. There's also the tail end is Sagittarius.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Well, those are all
Because I'm
crazy.
Sagittarius.
Those are crazy. Every one of them.
But no, that's actually November's number 3.
3. All right. Then number 1 is going to be Aries because that's what I am. I'm an Aries.
What is that?
That's end of March to the middle of April.
No, did not make the top 3.
Yeah. Yeah. I was kidding. I didn't think it would.
And trust me, I'm not sure how I even managed to get on November, but there's something coming up later on. I could tell you exactly why I was a November baby. Number 2 is September.
Number 2 is September.
My daughter's born.
Your daughter is gorgeous. That's all right.
Yes.
So far, this list checks out.
And my wife and my son were both born in the number 1 month,
which is
May.
May. You know, I can think of a few people I know born in May. Yeah, they're not bad. Yeah, okay.
May puts out the best babies. Well, my wife is beautiful.
Man.
And my son is pretty handsome.
Can't argue with that. I can't argue with this list yet.
I put out really, I don't know how, but I put out some pretty babies.
Well, you know, your wife was pretty.
Yeah, that's true. It was definitely not me.
No.
I wasn't the pretty one in the house.
No, my daughter looks, not a lot like me, somewhat, but resembles my ex more than me.
Well, she took over. She's got your personality.
Yes, that was always a joke I made when she was little that would annoy the hell out of my ex. I would just say, if she gets my personality and her looks, then it'll be perfect. Guess what happened? Yeah.
Now, here's what they found out. What do you think the peak cuteness is for these 3 months?
Peak cuteness. Is there like a day?
Peak cuteness.
There's a day?
Yeah, there's a month. There's a month within that with your, as you go from May, whenever you're born, through your life, there's a time where it's cut off.
Oh, you mean for all of us? When do people,
everybody, period.
When do people reach cuteness?
Reach the peak and you hit the wall.
25.
No, 6 months.
6 months.
6 months. That's 6 months. You're 6 months. You're out of the baby.
So
stage.
you're a freaking baby. Yeah.
You're an infant, but you're not quite a toddler yet. And yet you're at your peak cuteness.
6 months is when they go from being that kind of like larval stage to getting a personality. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All right. I can see that.
It kind of makes sense.
Yeah. I'm like,
I always thought I hit the wall around 2 months, but I guess I had 4 more good ones. Although I do have some pictures of myself in elementary school. That cute kid, man. Bleach blonde hair.
Mm-hmm.
Blue eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Still have the blue eyes.
Not me, dopey looking kid. Dopey looking kid, skinny, got beat up all the time.
Oh, constantly.
Yeah.
Constantly.
It was legal back then when we were kids. You could just get beat up.
Beat up all the time. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There was bullies were real and no
one cared.
A gang.
No one cared either. There was nothing you could do about it. How were there not more shootings back then when people killing their bullies? Because you know why? Because they were scared. They were scared to kill the bullies.
Because if you miss,
it's like, man, well, if I kill him, he has friends. They're going to kill me harder.
The biggest lesson I learned in 6th grade, I went to Margate Middle School, a public school. I had all kinds of people in my school. There were Spanish people, there was black people, there was Haitian people, there were white people. And I was used to going to all rich white kids with nuns.
This sounds bad.
Rich kids are bullies too.
Yeah.
But the nun keeps them in check.
Wax them in the fingers with the ruler. Is that actually a thing?
Yep.
Yeah.
And when you go into 6th grade, there's nobody there to save you.
What does 6th grade mean? What does that mean?
6th grade, when I went to middle school.
Oh, see, for us, with the Catholic kids didn't show up until 8th grade for us.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were the ones that showed up like first day, 8th grade. It's like, who the hell are all these people? And why are they all dressed up? We're all wearing AC/DC t-shirts and blue jeans, and they're wearing suits and dresses, and their hair's
Yeah,
all. I'm like,
yeah, because they had
fuck, do
that
you think
limited
this is?
training.
This is middle school. We called it junior high where I'm from. We didn't have no middle school.
Yeah, junior high. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what they used to have. It was what, 7, 8, 9, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it was sixth grade considered the end of elementary then, right?
I was I think in my elementary school I was the last sixth grade class in elementary school. So when I was little, elementary school was kindergarten through sixth, and then
Right.
junior high was seventh, eighth, and ninth, and high school was 10th, 11th, and 12th. But that changed while I was in the middle of it. So I was the last sixth grade class. So when I went to junior high, it was sixth, seventh, and eighth were in the junior high, and then ninth, 10th. No, you know what? I went to high school in 10th. I didn't go there in ninth. The ninth graders showed up at the same time I showed up in 10th grade.
Oh, when they moved
Yeah.
up to high school.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I was in that just missed it year with them changing the high school and the all the ages around. I thought it was weird even then. Sounds weirder now. Haven't thought about that in 40 years.
Yeah, I know. It's so jumping from elementary school to middle school and then middle school to high school, such a crazy change.
Oh, I know. I remember when my daughter was in middle school and I was like, well, she's going to sink or swim. We'll see what happens.
How did she do with middle school?
She had a girl that was threatening to beat her up. She was this really big black girl that was always talking shit to her, and
See,
she was
my daughter
scared of
had the
her.
same thing. Because you know why? She was cute.
Yeah, saying yeah. My daughter was just an adorable little blonde-haired, blue-eyed girl with a
Mhm.
mouth on her, and she was in circus,
Oh,
so
yeah.
she was very athletic. And I remember she told me the first day of PE class, we called it gym. That the gym teacher was assessing everybody's physical abilities, I guess, and they said, "All right, we're going to do a bunch of sit-ups." And Dana's like, "Sit-ups? I can do those in my sleep." Okay, we're gonna. So even the boys who are in the class are getting worn out after doing 10, 20 sit-ups, and she's just busting out. They made her stop at 100 because everybody else had long ago stopped. So that probably didn't help her. Yeah. So she's like, "What do I do about this bully?" And I said, "No, I don't know. There's a couple ways you can handle it. You can get right back in their face and embarrass them to their face, or you
Right.
can just call them out and just say, yeah, you know what? Maybe you should kick my ass. Why don't you? Okay, I'm standing right here. Let's just get it over with and see what you got." And I said, "You may have to take a punch in the mouth, but if you do, you're never going to see that girl again. She's just going to be, because there's a zero tolerance in that school." And
So that's so good because I didn't know when I was getting bullied. My dad just didn't have any advice for it at all.
I told her she either had to out crazy her or embarrass her.
He said, "Well, just get up there and fight." It's like,
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's I told her use her mouth because she has my mouth, and
yeah.
yeah, it seems to have worked because she's still here.
My daughter had the same problem too with school and the same. It was I think they had high school students on the same bus going to with the middle school. They were dropping off the high school first and then the middle school, or vice versa. And there was this big, heavy set Haitian girl that hated my daughter,
Oh,
and she beat her pretty good in the on a school bus, and the the school and the school bus and everybody else, they seem to be like, "Oh yeah, kids will be kids."
so she got in, or she didn't get in before the zero tolerance thing happened.
No, no, they were.
Yeah.
Now that now they'll probably put you in juvie for
Well,
that.
they have cops in all the schools now, so the cops will just
Oh, that's right,
arrest
they do
you.
have
Yeah, they have school resource officers that will seriously do that.
Yeah,
It would have
it's
saved me. It would have saved me a lot of trouble when I was a kid. I'd have got my ass kicked a lot less frequently if we had that when we were kids.
I know the kid down the street from me, Tom. His name was Tommy. He showed me. He saw me getting picked on. So when he got to that, I was going down my street. He lived up the street from me. He stopped me for a minute. He says, "Do you know anything about fighting?"
No.
And I said, "No." He goes, "Well, you're going to have to learn because if not, you're going to have this every day."
Really?
And then he said, let me show you some things. And he showed me a couple of things. And he told me I should I should sign up for judo class.
Oh,
So I told my parents I want to go to judo. They must have been freaking out because here's this nerdy, four-eyed kid wanting to go to judo, and I got thrown all over the place when I was there.
yeah.
But I did learn a little bit, and I was not so afraid. So I just stand up for myself, and like you said, 9 times out of 10, uh, they're going to still punch you, but they'll get tired.
Yeah, you might take a punch in the mouth, but if you bully a bully, chances are they'll leave you alone.
Yeah, they'll still move on to the easier prey.
I had a boss I had to bully once at the TV station.
Boss?
A boss, yeah, this woman who hired me. I didn't realize that she was kind of bipolar when she hired me.
Oh,
And she would kind of go through the department picking on people, kind of go around the table and pick on people. Sometimes she'd pick on you for a month or longer, or maybe it was just that week.
Lord, is
Yeah.
it radio?
No, it was TV. And, and it was 20 years ago. So you kind of just put up with it because that's kind of what the deal was.
Oh yeah,
He's the
you
boss.
did your job.
Right. So she got into my face about something, and I said something right back to her like, hey, look, let's just panic. Let's just not panic, and let's just figure out what we're doing here and get this problem fixed. Then we can just freak out about it later if you want. That's all I said to her. So my other boss comes to me and says, well, I guess we got to have a talk about your attitude here, huh? And I said, what? Do what now? Yeah, apparently you said something, and and we're supposed to have, I'm supposed to decide whether to write you up or not. I said, write me up? I said, what grade are we in? I'm 33 years old. Get down there, dog. Oh, I had a dog on my lap. We had some thunder that clapped really hard a minute ago. And the guy's like, so what happened? So I told him the story, and he was like, oh, Jesus. All right, well, let's just pretend like I really gave you a good talking to. And I said, what? So we're cool here? And he's like, yeah. And I said, she's nuts, isn't she? We were both figuring out at that point that she was nuts because we were both still, we only been there not even 6 months. And she had let her guard down and, gone a little nuts on everybody. So I waited for everybody to leave that day. And I went into her office, late because she was sitting there just banging on the keyboard. And you could tell when she was in one of her moods because she'd be wearing like a tracksuit and she'd have a hat on and her hair pulled back. But if she's wearing like a nice business suit and
refer to herself as Vinny.
No, that was just her lazy way of coming to work. But if she has on a nice business suit and her hair and her makeup is done, then she took her medicine that day and everything was fine. She was wonderful.
Right.
One of the smartest people. She made everything we did better. It's not that she was a bad boss. She was just a bad leader, I guess is a bad way to say it, or the right way to say it. So I said, hey, knock, knock, knock. I said, you and me got a problem here before I go home tonight? Do we need to talk? And she didn't. She's banging on her keyboard, just like, ding, ding. And I said, because if you don't want me here, that's cool. I mean, I've only been here for, however many months it was. And I said, if you want me gone, just tell me. You don't have to fuck with me until I quit, like I saw you do with that Scott guy that worked here who just quit a couple months ago. If you don't want me here, you tell me to my face, and I will happily resign. You and I can say nice things about each other and go about our lives. And she stopped the banging on the keyboard, and she looked over at me and stared at me, and she said, no, we're good. And I said, fantastic. I'll see you in the morning. And I left. And after that, she never fucked with me again, ever.
Wow, very cool.
There was a guy that went to L.A. after he left our station, and I saw him some years later, and he thought me and her had a thing, and I was like, "What? No! Why would you think? Why would you think that?" And he said,
"Stop yelling at
Well,
me."
he had a degree in psychology I didn't know about, and he said, I noticed something about her. She screwed with everybody in the department, including me, but she never said shit to you. And I was like, oh, I think I know why. And then I told him that story, and he was like, oh, so you bullied a bully. That's all you did. I'm like, is that what I did?
Yeah. I guess so.
But that's the best advice I could give to myself is if you're getting bullied, bully him right back.
Erica and Mark. The phone call.
And we are back, and I have gone through some more tapes, Mark, and I found some very bad radio from Macon, Georgia from 30 years ago.
Well, that'll be good because we're going to need something rainbowy because I got some kind of sad news.
You got scary stuff or sad stuff to talk about?
Sad.
Sad? I don't want sad. What do you got that's sad?
Well, it's not sad. Well, yeah, it is kind of sad. What they did was these guys got together and they looked at rent from every state in a union
Mm-hmm.
from 1970, added in today's inflation, and adjusted it for the inflation, and tells you what you should be paying for rent today.
Well, this is going to be depressing because back in our parents' day, they were paying what, like 20% of their
I'll just give you an
income.
example. I'll just throw Alabama to you.
Okay.
That's because it's the first one.
Please
here.
don't.
The median
Median.
1970 rent.
Median.
1970 rent. How much?
1970 rent, $120 a month.
$69.
Oh my God, I was half off.
Now, adjusted for inflation to 2024, guess what you should be paying?
I should be paying $1,100 a month. 1,100 Alabama dollars.
No, $469.
Come on,
8 cents.
$400. Is that Alabama money or is that American money?
Now, you do have high ones for people that have high issues, like Alaska.
Mm-hmm.
1970, they paid $189.
Mm-hmm.
Now they would pay, if it was adjusted to inflation correctly,
Mm-hmm.
$1,284.87.
But they're paying $5,000, aren't they?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
It didn't say what they really are paying.
Yeah, no, a steak is freaking $40 in Alaska if you cook it yourself.
Florida, what do you think rent was in 1970?
1970 in Florida, rent was probably, well, based on the what you said about Alabama, I'm going to say $50.
Nope.
Hmm.
Much higher.
Higher.
Yes.
Why? Because we had air conditioning before they did and running water.
I think so.
Electricity. How much was Florida back then?
112.
Oh, that is expensive.
Yeah. Now in 1970, my parents bought a home in what they call North Lauderdale now, which back in the older days it was considered Pompano Beach.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and they paid what was it, $15,000?
Yeah, it's about. I think my
4-bedroom, 2-bath home
Yeah.
on the lake.
My parents, I think, paid like $11,000 for their house in 1968.
Yeah.
And all the kids today are like, oh, it must be nice, $11,000 for a house. Yeah, but everybody was making like, $4,000 a year.
Yeah.
So.
It was fair.
Right.
So adjusted for inflation in Florida, today you should be paying, average should be $761.40.
I'll take it. $761.
You can't even be in the hood for that, can you?
No, man, you can't live in your car for $700 a month. That's insane. No, I paid $2,000 a month for this place. It was built 30 years ago. That's got a leaky roof.
In Louisiana, $81 in 1970, $550.66 in adjusted income for today.
Everything's crooked though in Louisiana. It's all criminal.
Actually, my mortgage payment's only that, but my insurance for my mortgage for my home is double.
You're starting to make me think that I should move out of Florida.
Oh, it's actually, should we move into Tennessee? Let me see what Tennessee says.
Tennessee is, they're not very friendly to the trans people, though.
They're not?
No, not even a little, no.
What do you mean by not friendly? What do they not do?
Well, like if I had to go pee, they could arrest me.
For real?
Yeah.
But
Google it.
Oh, well, how about that? Okay. Maybe I guess it's true.
Huh?
I don't know. I look at you as somebody went through the whole process, so you got carte blanche.
Yeah, I did everything except my voice, apparently.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did they ever meet a woman that smokes Marlboros and drinks whiskey out of a bottle?
Kathleen Turner.
Yeah, she sounds a lot deeper than yours.
She also played a transgender father on Friends to Chandler.
That's funny.
She was Chandler's dad. Remember that?
No.
That was very.
Watch the Friends.
That was
episode.
very.
I
It
have
was very funny. It
before.
was very, very funny.
Pennsylvania. 1970. What was your parents paying?
Oh, I don't know. What were they paying? A couple $100 a month, maybe?
$93.
That's wow.
And today they should be paying $632.24.
Yeah, but they're dead, so they're not.
True. New York is a pretty high one.
Always is.
New York is, let's see here. I saw that one. That was one of the highest. It's right there up there with, oh, wait a minute. That's not New York. There we go. Okay. $111 in 1970.
Mm-hmm.
$754.61 today.
All right. So the reality is we're all paying percentage of our income is way higher than our parents were paying.
Yes,
Way higher.
because now this is based off of inflation, so I don't know where our landlords are getting their dollars from.
Well, they can charge whatever they want. It's like anything else in this country. You can charge whatever you want. If everybody else does it, that's what it costs. That's how inflation happens.
Yeah, and that's why it's expensive here.
Yeah.
Well, or anywhere, because they can.
I mean, if you could live in New Jersey or Florida for the same amount of money, what would you pick?
Florida.
Exactly. That's what a lot of people have done, and now these frickin' New Jersey people are everywhere. Not that you New Jersey people are bad, but you are.
Well, yeah. I can tell you, I went to school in New Jersey for my first 5 years of my life.
Mm-hmm. That's where you got your
Beverly,
accent
New Jersey.
Beverly, I don't even know where is that?
You know where Cherry Hill is?
Sure. No.
Okay.
I don't.
You know where Philadelphia is?
Yes.
Right across the Tacony-Pomara Bridge.
Okay, so you're basically from New Jersey.
Well,
I mean Philadelphia. Yeah.
Yeah. It's literally right across the.
I thought Trenton was across from Philadelphia.
No, Trenton's further north.
Okay. See,
somehow they wedged that little state in the middle there, and I don't know really.
It shows you what I know about New Jersey. I don't ever want to go there. I got no reason to go there. I'm not going to go there.
I was trying to. What I liked about New Jersey when I was about 18 years, I was 18 years old, and I would go visit my grandparents in Philly, and then you drive across the bridge, and you could buy alcohol.
Oh yeah, we had that
18.
So we had that same thing on the other side of Pennsylvania. Only you could drive across the bridge to Ohio or West Virginia, and they would sell you beer in West Virginia or Ohio. But if you went into Ohio, fireworks were legal. So you could be a kid just by fireworks.
To be an alcoholic in Pennsylvania.
Oh God, they had state stores and beer district. They still have that stuff.
They have everything on lockdown.
Yeah, yeah.
How are you a wino in the park?
This is why everybody moves to. This is why New Jersey sucks so much. All the alcoholics in Pennsylvania moved there. I never thought of it that way before.
Oh,
makes a lot of sense.
Okay. So you got an old radio.
Yeah, you can't even fight with me there, can you? Because you know I'm right.
That's true.
Yes, I do have an old radio bed. I'm not going to lie. I have not pre-screened this one or listened to it. So you want to listen?
That's the first time we're hearing it.
Yeah,
together.
you're going to hear it together for the first time. I don't. I know what the setup is. It's Mark liked to invent game shows because we had to give stuff away. So he would just invent the dumbest game shows, and they were all very funny.
No, I'm going to tell you, I was right up there with Quinn Martin, or not Quinn Martin. Who was the
Wink Martindale? Mark Goodson and Bill Todman.
Yes,
from The Price is Right.
With them.
Yeah, you were making game shows up. You pulling them out of your ass every day. New game shows. There's a lot of morning shows that just do the same shit every day, and we were not one of those. No, Mark is like, all right, well, we got a game show about this because you heard something about. In this one, it's about Santa Claus. So let's just listen to this. You can hear how tired I sound.
Time we have a brand new.
Can you hear that?
Then for you. That's right, because of. Today being St. Nicholas,
since 1993,
the saint noted for his charity, better known as Santa Claus to most of us here in America.
Well, thanks for explaining, Mark.
That's right. I've got quite a list. I've got about how many would you say? About 20 names,
at least
20 names. Some are really names used in.
This is going to be a long bit
to represent St. Nicholas or
20 names.
Some we made up off the top of our
made
up off the top of our head. It'll be a true false type thing. We'll give you about 5, maybe. You get 3 out of the 5 right. You'll pick up the
a lot of rules
pick up the Red
with
Rooster
this game.
sandwich. If you pick up 4,
all for a Red Rooster sandwich.
If you get 5, we'll give you a special pat on the butt or something. I don't know
what we're giving.
Big prizes.
We'll figure something.
We'll find something to give.
We'll give you something else too.
Give us a call right now. 646.
Oh, that's just
106 or star 106.
Yeah, you can tell I haven't previewed this at all.
That's the music.
Yeah, and this is where we have to fast forward through the air check tape because it would record when we had the microphone.
We're like, uh-oh.
All right, here we go. We found it.
It's protesting, we think.
That was me.
Right now. You know, I knew we were going to get in trouble for that. I knew that we were going to get in big
Yeah, what did we get in trouble for?
Tuesday, kind
No,
of
we were always in trouble.
Q Morning Crew here. Eric and
There we
Mark,
go.
some clouds and fog this morning.
Trying to
Fairly sunny
keep
by this
the
afternoon.
copyrighted music away.
75, 54 right now.
You know, I knew we were going to get in trouble for that.
Our-
I knew that we were going to get in big time trouble for what we did yesterday.
Our game show is ruined. The phone companies is protesting, we think.
They're screwing with us.
We were really scared there for a second. We asked for caller 6, and we had a couple of calls, like 1 through
Also,
5,
nobody was calling our show.
phones just quit ringing. We're like,
We
uh-oh,
ran out on the outside.
what happened there? So we waited, and then I tried to call us on the other line. I tried to call 646-0106.
This sounds like bullshit to me.
This really fast, busy signal,
Yep.
but the phone wasn't ringing.
Yeah.
The phone here in the studio.
Then I called, and the phone starts ringing, but our line doesn't ring, and then all of a sudden there's a doo-doo-doo. We're sorry. All circuits are busy right now.
Uh-huh.
Please hang up and try your call again
We
later.
blew up the
The phone
phones.
company is mad at us. They are probably they've secretly sabotaged us maybe because of what we did yesterday.
Phone Olympics.
Yeah, we had somebody put their phone in a dryer and turn the dryer on. Torturing phones. The phone company's probably not amused.
Also, your idea.
Messing with
That
us.
was your idea.
Thanks a lot.
So I guess we'll do it again this next hour.
Next 15, 20
So
minutes
this was
or
a game show that never
Maybe not if
happened.
the phone company's listening. We'll try and give away one of the rock and roll Christmas trees. A free tree.
We're giving away Christmas trees and sandwiches. That was our show.
And who had the Christmas trees? Do you remember?
Chuck Lavelle had the Christmas
Right.
trees. Yes.
And you know, for those that don't know who Chuck Lavelle is,
He is one of the greatest keyboard and piano players of our generation. If you've
And a
ever
great
seen,
guy.
yes, wonderful guy. If you've ever seen Eric Clapton or the Rolling Stones or the Allman Brothers Band, he is the guy on the keys.
yes,
And he
It's
lived in Macon.
called Sea Level.
He did. And he had his own Chuck Lavelle C level. Get it?
Yeah,
Yeah, you get it now, don't you? You didn't know that until I just said it, did you?
no, I thought it was spelled SEA.
It is, but it's if you say never.
I got you.
There you go. So Chuck Chuck had he and his wife lived out in Twiggs County. They had a big Christmas tree farm. And we would give away their Christmas trees, and they would bring us a Christmas tree every year, and it was the whole thing. He was so nice. He had
Yes,
great Christmas parties too. But
but that's so funny.
yeah, Chuck, if you ever hear this, buddy, we're sorry that we did that to your Christmas tree giveaway. Blame the phone company for nobody
But you know what?
calling.
It could have been if we're calling and it's saying that the lines are all busy. That could have been a good sign back then because
Yeah,
that means we choked the lines.
let's go with that. That's what it was.
That's it.
Let's see if one of us alludes to that here at the rest of this bit.
Twiggs County. What you do to get there? You take I-16 east.
Oh,
get
here
up
is me
next
giving
5.
directions how to get to Chuck Lavelle's
make a
house.
It's about 19 miles or so. Follow the sign. You cannot miss it. If you've ever been out there to get a Christmas tree, you know where I'm talking about. Chuck Lavelle's rock and roll Christmas trees. So your chance to win one of those coming up if the phones work. In the next 2 days, if the phone company's listening. We'll get you the 106-second news update.
I guess so.
Black Crows next.
You know what it was? I think maybe one of us wanted to keep a tree, so we just didn't do the contest. We took the tree home. That sounds like something we would do. We were very poor back then, making
Thinking of John Smith.
Yeah.
Thank you, John Smith.
John Smith of Warner Robins. You're a winner. Free Christmas tree from Chuck Lavelle's Christmas trees. Go out 41 miles into Twiggs County and turn right. Dude, did you ever go out there? Did we go out there? Because me and Serena went out there every year to get the tree. And that
No.
was it is out there. It's like halfway to Savannah, man. It is way out there.
What I want to know is, did you ever look through the tapes and find one of my favorite games? If you remember,
What?
we tried to play it and it was really difficult. Of course, it was called Wheel of Misfortune.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. I can probably go through some tapes between now and next show and find that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to explain it because it's so sick and sad.
Stupid is what you're mispronouncing the word stupid. Wheel of Misfortune. Merv Griffin never sued us, did he?
No,
Never got a cease and desist. We got one from some other
John
morning
Boy
show. John Boy Billy. Who else? Bob and Tom sent us a cease and desist
Bob.
for
oh, yeah, no, yeah, it's
playing the.
about our using their Dickens cider.
That's what it was. It was the Dickens cider bit, and I think there was There was another song I stole from one of the air check sessions that Radio and Records magazine would put out, and it was dueling banjos, and it was to the tune of dueling banjos, and the singer was like, "Could you play some Leonard Skinner, please? Maybe Three Steps or Call Me the." I still have that tape, and if I can find that tape, I'm going to play that, and we'll deal with the copyright when it happens. We haven't gotten a letter in 30 years, so we're overdue.
We haven't been yelled at in a long time.
Oh, I've been yelled at, but not for anything like that.
Well, that's true. I've been yelled at too.
Yeah. All right. Well, on that bombshell, let's end this.
I guess we've done enough damage.
This phone call before let's just quit before we actually have somebody yell at us. Like anyone's listening this far, 50 minutes into this
Bye,
thing.
Erica.
Bye, Mark. You have a good week, buddy. I'll talk to you next week.
Erica and Mark. The phone call.